Hello, love. Welcome to Transmission Tuesdays here on the Libran Key. These are messages of a galactic or cosmic nature for the highest and the greatest good of the ELSH collective, Empaths, Lightworkers, Starseed Healers, awakened and awakening souls. Know that if this message has found you, or you have found it, and or if you have found it, depending on how you look at it, that there is something here for you. That is always the intention that I put into these messages. If you are returning here, family, sending you so much love wherever you are. Thank you for being here, for being a part of this family. And if you are seeing this for the first time, hearing this for the first time, a very warm and loving welcome to you. We are all here for a reason. I feel like now with these messages, the way that they're coming through lately, like I'm always going to have this little kind of tiny message come through at the beginning that is seemingly random, but not. Okay, so as always, I invite you to leave any comments below regarding any confirmation, synchronicities, things that have been coming up for you, right? If it resonates for you in this reading, remember that we are all, again, in this together, and that each and every one of us, by leaving messages in the comments below, are connecting in some way, connecting the dots specifically, okay? This message is going to be coming in on behalf of the Venusian collective, the Venusian consciousness, the Venusian ray. And for those of you who are OGs of this, who've been here pretty much since the beginning of these messages coming through, Ralph Ray is coming through for this as a representative of the Venusians and the Venusian emissaries of light. He's also referring to the Venusian Galactic Council here, if that resonates for you. 222 on the timer as I say this. Okay, so Ralph Ray, thank you for being here. Ralph Ray always presents himself, up until now, he has always been presenting himself very much like the Knight of Cups in the tarot. His energy is very Lancelot-like, and he wants to come through to give us a bit of an update here on behalf of the Venusians and the Venusian consciousness and collective, for the highest and the greatest good, of course, of humanity, and the highest and greatest good of the ELSH collective, in the highest and greatest truth, an update on all things relationship, all things love. He's showing me the Ace of Cups. All things with regard to any kind of divine intervention we have around relationships right now. And aligning to right relationship is what I'm hearing. Ralph Ray, right relationship. He's bringing in he's given me alliteration, and I absolutely love it. Thank you. I'm working with the energies here of blue kyanite. It's a mixed bag today. Smoky quartz with this, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a tiny bit of golden healer in this smoky quartz, okay? And rose quartz as well. He is referring to this as a transmutation of love energy, okay? The transmutation of love energy. Kyanite, very high frequency. Kyanite is a crystal that can cleanse other crystals, that doesn't necessarily need to be cleansed itself. Very similar to selenite in that way in terms of its vibration. And rose quartz and smoky quartz, he's showing these to me as, yeah, thank you. He's showing these to me as these two energies are very much transmutational around, very good for empaths and very good for transmuting energies around relationships, okay? And he wants me to simply get started first by popping from the Love Oracle cards, these Island Time Wellness Love Oracle cards. Usually these cards would be used in a love reading, but we are stepping outside of the box is how he's showing it to me. Also asking through the Rose Oracle. This energy very fitting. If you work with Venusian energies, Rose Oracle, this deck, beautiful deck to be working with. Setting that in. And the Light Seers Tarot. So I'm going to start by, it just wants me to shuffle the, okay. Well, this one popped out. Let's see. Cassette. Okay. He doesn't even want me to pop any more cards. He wants me to look at the bottom of the deck now. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Okay. Take whatever resonates from you. It could be one of these. It could be all of these. It could be some of these in terms of where we're at energetically right now with regard to relationships, the old cassettes, the outdated thinking, the conditioning, the replaying of events. Specifically what he's pointing me to with that is when we replay in our minds, especially as empaths and highly sensitive people, we go over and over in our minds how we could have done something differently. And how, oh, he's showing me that this is a massive drain on our energy system. Interesting. He's reminding me of that phrase, when you allow people and energies, for that matter, to live rent-free in your mind. And now he's showing me how we affirm things again and again to ourselves by replaying events over and over again. So we're getting into a little bit here of, interesting. We're getting into the energy here of the mind doesn't know any differently, right? And when you are reliving an event over and over in your head, your body is actually experiencing that. He's pointing me to the work of Joe Dispenza with this, okay? The book Becoming Supernatural. Interesting. He's showing me energy, frequency, vibration, and he's showing me simply the power of the mind. That's what he wants me to say here. Okay, we've got seduction at the bottom of the deck. Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. When we replay these events over in our minds, this is essentially what's happening. We are experiencing a third-party interference here. And he's speaking specifically here to this being a form of consciousness, okay? There's something seductive, and I'm seeing the Devil card now. He's showing me the Devil card in tarot. This is a shadow aspect of, interesting. He's showing me that this is a shadow aspect of the human mind, okay? And so much of this is also connected to our bodies, ancestral wounds, the traumas that live in our bodies, the experiences that live in our bodies, the programming that resides in our bodies when it comes to things like this, okay? He's also pointing me to the narcissist empath dynamic and showing me how this is a kind of seduction. This is a kind of, it's funny because he's showing me hooking up on this card, but he's actually showing me being hooked in. Okay. And he's also pointing me to this being an energetic experience of cords still being attached or energies, like he's showing me lines being crossed. So when lines are crossed, communication isn't clear, right? And this is about getting to the root of it. I remember once a woman, and I do not remember this lady's name, but it very much resonated with me when I first heard it, about how she clears energetic cords. Okay, so that might just be one thing here that if it's pinging for you, and you're experiencing these sort of things, this outdated thinking, you know, this kind of going back in your mind, replaying over events with people, always feeling, I'm getting that feeling of like when you're an empath and you feel uber responsible for every situation, like you could have done this, you could have done that differently, you wish you'd, maybe if I did this differently, that type of thinking, okay? I remember this woman speaking about, oh man, I gotta find this because I need massive props to this woman. because she articulated something that resonated so much for me with regard to when we clear cords or energetic cords, right? And she was speaking about, it's not just about cutting the cords. You have to like deroot them. You have to like pull them out from the root, because when you cut a cord, right? And I understand that people have different kind of energetic practices for this. Like for some people, cutting cords immediately will dissolve the roots, right? Like take whatever resonates. But she's really, like, he's really emphasizing for me right now what this woman was speaking to about pulling the roots out and how this energy gets transmuted, okay? How this energy then gets transmuted into more self-love. So the act of disconnecting from these cords is an act of transmutation in establishing deeper self-love. And that is really the crux of what he wants to focus on now moving forward. I'm going to ask now through the Rose Oracle. Split the deck here. Open. Say yes. Expand through the extremes. Trust life. I'm actually hearing here, trust yourself more than anything. If you've been getting nudges, right? Look at that. Sophia's at the bottom of the deck. This is all about the divine plan. Also, I'm hearing it happening for you and not to you, because there is some rewiring here. Oh my God, isn't that the name of the show? Isn't that the name of the show that Joe Dispenza has on Gaia? I think it's called Rewiring. I've never watched it. I've been wanting to. I also, by the way, have Becoming Supernatural. I have a copy of that, and I have not. I think I've probably read the preface or the introduction. And it's interesting how more and more of these things have been coming up. I don't know if they've been coming up for you as well. Books that I've had sitting on my shelf, because let's face it, I got a lot of books, okay? I adopt books. That's just part of what I do. And I mean, there's a whole library of books that I have stocked up on, that I get to in pieces, and all of it in divine timing as well. So if that resonates for you, leave a comment below. The reunion, soul recognition. Oh, this is beautiful. Collaboration, partnership, and friendship. Wow. Okay. So this is soul tribe energy. This is about coming into alignment with those who are, I'm hearing, true, energetically aligned to you, in alignment with your energy, your soul. I'm hearing soul matrix is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. This goes with collaboration and alignment, okay? Coming into alignment with those who are in our soul matrix, like the divine matrix, okay? So there's something here about this outdated thinking, this conditioning that we are becoming more and more aware of. Thank you, Ralph Ray. I'm going to remember to say this in 2 seconds. We're transmuting this. The awareness is always the beginning. And this is being transmuted so we can reunite with our soul family. Oh, 1414 on the timer as I say that. That's the Temperance card. That's the energy of balance, okay? 5 and 5 is 10. Wheel of Fortune. So he's reminding me of the fact that Venus moved into Leo on Thursday. By the way, I forgot to mention, because I said I was going to be doing this. Oh, I am recording this Sunday, July 14th, okay? And this is for the Transmission Tuesdays message on the 16th. My goodness, anyway. So she went into Interesting. She went into Leo. Leo energy is all about the heart, the true self, and also he's showing me the inner child, the inner child. This season, as we move into Leo and the sun dances with Venus, and we may even have, I don't know if we're going to have a Kazemi or something going on here. I'm not sure. Something is, but I'm basically I'm being shown an interaction here between the sun and Venus, really amping up this coming into alignment. Now, he's showing me the importance here of soul recognition, because it's only in recognizing and being aware of the truth of our soul that we are able to begin aligning to this soul matrix. And all of that divine Sophia, the plan, everything that was coming through the bottom of the deck at the beginning is about this being so much in terms of, again, all of these experiences being for you. Lessons, soul contracts ending and new ones beginning. Ones that are in alignment with your highest timeline, your highest healing, and your highest growth is what I'm hearing, okay? Codes of the seeds, the blueprint is within you. Take the next step. This is your soul blueprint. It's within you. You can't go wrong on this. Like, what I'm being shown here is wow. Trusting in yourself, trusting in your intuition. Take the next step in alignment with that and know that's your blueprint speaking to you. It's going to lead us in this direction. Also, he's showing me the importance of stating that as an intention. Doing this either in a ritual, in affirmations. Please take whatever resonates for you here, and do this, of course, of your own free will, just like you are listening to this message of your own free will, okay? And taking in what resonates for you. This could be a journaling practice. This is really interesting. He's even showing me the energy of like goal setting. Like for some of us that works. For some of us it's about, I'm going to make it a goal to find and align to those within my soul matrix, to those who are soul family. Yeah. And what you're going to find, he's showing me, is that there will be similarities with regard to the people that you're talking to, this soul family that you're talking to. There will be similarities in terms of what you have previously experienced in relationships. Okay, 1818 on the counter as I say that. Wow, a lot of healing around this. A lot of illusions, clearing, clarity. A lot of clarity around this, okay? Yeah. Six of Cups coming out in reverse, okay? This is coming out of an energy of, this is interesting. I'm getting the energy here of when we feel, okay, nostalgic when we meet someone, and this is about past, what he's showing me, previous experiences where we have thought we've met, like we, how do I describe this? Okay, he's saying to just pop the cards, because he's saying the cards are going to explain everything, but basically, thank you. Oh yeah. Death and rebirth coming out here. Okay. He's showing me soul cycles with this card. And he's showing me how in the past we have experienced interactions with people who we thought were soulmates or soul family. And he's actually inviting each and every one of us to take a real look at what those words mean, especially soulmate is what he's showing me, but soul family too, in terms of what does that mean to us? What is a soulmate? Because there are many interpretations. He's saying it's been hyper interpreted what soulmates are. And he's showing me that especially when we get into situations where we are resolving some kind of karma, 2020 on the timer, that's the judgment card. So when we're resolving some kind of trauma here, and this goes right back to contracts, soul contracts, where we are resolving karma with another person, okay? Or it's not even just another person. It could just be karma you're resolving even for yourself because you are interacting with this person. It could be even ancestral karma, okay? Here on Earth or otherwise, galactic, cosmic, okay? He's showing me how we're going to have, through this soul recognition collaboration with soul family, with true soul family, like I'm even getting the energy now of like the oversoul and soul groups, okay? We're going to have a totally new definition of soulmates. That's really beautiful. Thank you, Alfred, for that. Okay. There's a lot that fell out there, and he's showing me this one right here. So, wow. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, he wants me to keep on shuffling one more card. So, yeah. This is another nod. Thank you. This is another nod to feeling really good in your body is what he's saying to me. You're going to feel around soul family. He's kind of giving me indications here. Thank you, Ralph Ray, for this. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So he's showing me with this Queen of Pentacles how when you are with soul family, you're going to feel your nervous system regulate. You're going to feel your nervous system regulate. Thank you for that. You're going to feel like this beautiful queen right here. Stable, comfortable, secure. Unwavering is also what I'm hearing, but he's showing that to me in terms of the solar plexus center, feeling very grounded, feeling very rooted, okay? He's actually showing me this pentacle like the solar plexus. And there will be a common vision, a common philosophy is what he's saying to me. He's showing me this Two of Wands like a portal again. Oh man, I'm also hearing the word gateway for that too. And that came up with a beautiful friend of mine in conversation earlier today. Yeah, gateway. So, interesting. Yeah. What's interesting is I'm getting, oh my goodness, he's really highlighting here the design on these Two of Wands, and I'm hearing ancestry with that. Like there's something in the design, you know, when we look at different patterns across cultures in clothing and ways that things are decorated, right? There's something about that. There's something about that in the physical, as a way of perhaps recognizing that, where maybe they practice certain things that are similar to you, or you literally see them wearing something, like something, a design, something that feels like, I know that, like I resonate with that, I know that. Because he's showing that to me in reference to the globe here. Also, I'm hearing we're spread across the world. We're all over the place, right? And that part of the ways that we are going to connect is either through travel or through like online, through like things like this, right? Where, you know, whether it's like a video you watch and you're reading the comments, or whoever's speaking is from another part of the world, or through, you know, different forms of social media, right? Obviously the good parts of it, of course. And then we've got this Hermit coming out in reverse under the deck. At the bottom of the deck, this is about getting out there. It's as simple as that. This is about, I'm hearing, shining your light outward, okay? And for some of us, depending on where we're at on our journeys, I'm just going to end it off here. He's kind of closing it up for me. Depending on where we're at in our journeys, this might be something that is either really like we're good doing this, we feel good doing this, you know, some of us need to take baby steps with this. Listen to yourself and follow that heart and follow that intuition with regard to where you're going to go, who you're going to speak to. Because unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, fortunately, because, you know, sometimes we get some really big lessons with this. There are people, souls within the spiritual community that maybe are not necessarily in it for he's saying to me for the right reasons, not necessarily, just say it. He's saying, okay, yeah, not necessarily in this for the right reasons, and maybe are coming from a more wounded, interestingly enough, that's the word he's using. We like to kind of say things like that around like ego or whatever, but he really wants to emphasize here, it's not just about ego. This is about some kind of wounding. It could even be trauma. And, be discerning, essentially, is what he's saying with regard to that, okay? Energy is the currency. That's what he's saying to me. And he's showing me the lemniscate again. He's showing me that beautiful figure 8 there in this death and rebirth, okay? Energy being the currency. So feel through it. Take whatever resonates and leave what does not. I'm going to end it there. Thank you, Ralph Ray. Thank you to the Venusian consciousness, this Venusian collective supporting the highest and greatest good of humanity right now, the emissaries of light. I thank you for being here, sharing your energy with us in this space. And I'm sending you so much love wherever you are. In love and liberation always.